Good morning, CMSW. Happy Monday. We hope you had a great weekend. I'm Gavin.
And I'm Braden. We're here on the morning show today to continue CMSW's Black History Month emphasis.
I'm JT. We did our 8th grade History Day project on Curt Flood, an African-American baseball player who challenged a rule in baseball and ended up paving the way for free agency.
And I'm Austin. Before Curt Flood, players had no right to represent themselves. The Los Angeles Angels center fielder Mike Trout will make $36 million in 2020, and he has Curt Flood to thank for it.
But more about that in a minute. First up, the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Back to Curt Flood. He was a fantastic center fielder for the St. Louis Cardinals.
He batted .293, was a 3-time All-Star, and won a Gold Glove 7 consecutive seasons.
Curt Flood was on 3 pennant-winning teams with the Cardinals and earned 2 World Series rings. But it's what Curt Flood didn't do in 1969 that helped change the game forever.
He did not accept a trade. His team, the St. Louis Cardinals, traded the All-Star center fielder to Philadelphia just after the 1969 season.
Flood refused to accept the Cardinals' right to trade him. He also wrote to Bowie Kuhn, the commissioner of baseball at the time, and his letter stated,
After 12 years in the major leagues, I do not feel that I am a piece of property to be bought and sold irrespective of my wishes. I believe that any system that produces that result violates my basic rights as a citizen.
Flood sued baseball, and his case eventually ended up in the Supreme Court in Washington, D.C.
Baseball players like Minnesota Harmon Killebrew told reporters he did not support the lawsuit.
but baseball great Jackie Robinson, the first African-American baseball player, acted as a witness for Curt Flood. What about baseball fans? How did they feel?
Since the average player at the time made $90,000, baseball fans were not sympathetic. They wanted players to shut up and play. In the end, the Supreme Court decided against Curt in a 5-3 decision.
After the Supreme Court decision, Curt Flood was bombarded with hate mail from fans who accused him of trying to destroy baseball, and he got 4 or 5 death threats a day.
Curt Flood retired from baseball in 1971. Ironically, 3 years after the lawsuit, the rules for the reserve clause changed.
Just like that, free agency was born. And so are the gigantic salaries for all professional sports players who followed Curt Flood.
Curt Flood's daughter is still waiting for him to be nominated into the Baseball Hall of Fame. That probably won't ever happen after all this time.
But Curt Flood will never be forgotten. His fight for the freedom to control your own sports career is his real legacy.
Thanks for listening, CMSW. The morning show will be back tomorrow morning.